My name is Busi Khumalo. I am the Director for Adventist Youth Ministries at the General Conference of the Seventh-day Adventist Church, headquartered in Silver Spring, Maryland in the United States. I'm here at the Hope Media Network studios, located in Nairobi, Kenya. And the reason for me being here is to participate in energizing, encouraging, and stimulating young people of the Seventh Adventist Church in the East Central Africa Division to be involved in the mission of the church, which is evangelism. In the studio here, I have three wonderful gentlemen, Evans, Wilfred, and Boniface. They are going to tell us more about themselves. They're going to tell us who they are and what they do in their local churches, whether they're involved in the mission of the church or not. Over to you, Evans. Tell us, what do you do?
Thank you very much for the invitation.
You're welcome.
I'm very happy to be part of the team, the larger youth group, which is carrying out evangelism work at our local area, where our church is located. I come from Kariobangi SDA Church, which is at East Nairobi Field, yes, East Kenya Union. So we have been carrying out a lot of work within our area, and currently within the youth group, I'm the organizer and a planner.
Nice. Boniface, what do you do in your local church?
In my local church, I am under the communication department. I work as the communication director for the young adults in our district. We're in the same field with Evans, Kariobangi District, East Nairobi Field, East Kenya Union Conference. And we are currently, through our different roles, we are continuing with mission work. So I work on the communication side.
I like that. Thank you. Wilfred, what do you do?
Thank you so much for the opportunity. In my local church, that is Kariobangi, I am the young adults leader. I also serve as the district leader Kariobangi, as well as the station leader. Basically, we love mission work, and we really love working with the young people to reach out the people who are in need in terms of the physical need, even the spiritual need. So that is why we really love cooperating with the church and the rest of the partners, just to ensure that the young people are reached out.
I like what you've just shared with us. By virtue of your responses to my question, it tells me that you guys are actively involved in the mission of the church, in different spheres of the mission of the church. You have a role to play in the mission of the church, and I hope that our young people out there are being inspired by this. You are not just sitting and doing nothing in the church. Many of our young people are not active participants in the programs of the church, in the mission of the church. So I'm inspired by what you've just shared. Now tell me, what would you say to a young person who thinks that they don't have a role to play in the church and in evangelism? Wilfred, do you have to say anything?
Okay, thank you. I would tell them, or I would encourage them, that Christ has called us for this. Because when you read Matthew, that is 28 from 19 to 20, we are called to go out and preach to them. And everyone is involved in this. Because once we have this special message, it has to go to everyone.
Yeah.
And to us who already have it, we are tasked to go out and ensure that they get it. We have a responsibility, and we shouldn't sit down with the special message we have as young, energetic people of our church.
What you've just shared, Wilfred, reminds me of our mandate, our marching orders. Yes, as you have rightly said, the first mandate is found in the book of Matthew 28, verses 18 to 20. Go ye therefore. But Other mandates are found in our ministry. The motto, the love of Christ compels us. Our young people need to be compelled. And another one, the aim, the Advent message to all the world in
My generation.
my generation.
Exactly.
And so that's our mandate. So every young person has a role to play. Now, young people very often are confused. They don't know their spiritual gifts. They don't know their talents. Do you guys know your spiritual gifts, Evans?
Yes.
Do you know your spiritual gifts?
Yes, in fact, at the church, local church where I go, I think at the planning level, the youth ministry, they actually carried out a survey using a questionnaire that they gave us. And each and every person was actually filling out that survey. And when you finish that survey, it brings out the spiritual gifts that you have. So all the youths within the local church that I go were taken through that particular need.
I like that.
And they were identified. After that, they were positioned in the different particular areas where they can help in the work of the mission.
I like that.
Like, for example, I can take myself. It came out that I'm a good planner. And I do very good in planning. So I was placed under the planning department, audit and planning. And the program that we did, the GYD program, we spearheaded.
What's GYD? Global Youth Day?
Yes, the Global
Youth Day is a program that we do in our church for young people, that where we say that be the sermon, be the hands and the feet of Jesus, where young people are deployed into their communities.
Yes. And those are one of the roles that you've asked my brother Wilfred to say that, is there any role that you can play?
Yeah.
Yes, you can have a role when we involve ourselves in those particular programs. Yes, we cannot do great things as individuals, but you can do little things in great ways.
I like that. I like that. Boniface, he spoke about their church being, exposed to training in spiritual gifts through a questionnaire. I don't know the source of that questionnaire. I don't know which reference they used, but I don't know if, Boniface, you are aware that we have in the youth department an assessment tool. Do you know about that one?
Yes.
Where is it found?
It's found on our youth ministry's website. And the one that he's talking about, I was able to carry it out. I borrowed everything. In fact, I was linking.
So that was the one they used?
Yes.
From the GC, youthministries.org website?
Yes, the spiritual assessment. One thing that we make sure that our youth do whenever we get a new member is they have to know where they can be placed. You cannot know what to do unless you know who you are as a person.
I like that.
So we get to know their gifts and we group them according to interest.
So you match the gift, the talent with the task at hand.
Yes.
And very often our young people feel misplaced and they feel lost. And that's where the issue of I don't know what to do comes from.
Yes.
Because they don't know their spiritual gifts, so they don't know what they can do. They want to be like Pastor Busi Khumalo. They want to be like Evans, Boniface, Wilfred. And yet if they knew what God has gifted them with, they would do that. So I like the fact that you guys used that tool.
Yes. In fact, one of the things we getting to realize, a part of youth is one of the needs is being able to make impact and also acquiring a level or a skill. So like right now we have currently launched the Silver Award program.
Wow.
We're also going to do the Gold Award program. These programs, I think the General Conference, through your leadership, has able to come through for them so that everyone can know, if I am not able to sing, there's something else I can do. So there is a diverse, vast programs that every youth can be involved in.
Yeah. The Silver and Gold Awards, for the sake of our audience, are programs that the youth department of the Seventh Adventist Church has produced to conscientize our young people on the importance of health principles, fitness, and being active. Because the Bible says we were fearfully and wonderfully made. And our bodies are not our own, but they belong to God. So, what does it mean to be a missionary? Are you guys missionaries?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What does that mean, Evans?
Missionary means that you get out of your comfort zone after being called into the work of Christ. So you get out of your comfort zone so that another person can enjoy the beauty of being at the feet of Christ.
I like that. I like that description, Evans. That definition is powerful.
Yes.
Boniface?
Whenever one comes in after baptism, he is born into a missionary.
That's
Yes. So
wonderful. Whenever, just repeat that.
whenever one comes to baptism and is born into a missionary.
Wow.
Yeah, so I believe for me, mission work is being, as you had put it before, eyes, feet, hands, and even thoughts of God around. Because I most times ask myself, why am I here in 2024?
Yeah.
Because God has a purpose for me. So missionary is just being actively aware of what is needed around you.
I like that. Do we need to go far, Wilfred, to become missionaries?
Exactly.
Where can we be deployed as missionaries?
It's true. It is a call from God that we be missionaries, because the word, rather the responsibility we have, is to point people or the dying world to Christ.
Yeah.
And actually that is the ultimate goal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, as per 24:14 of Matthew, the gospel has to go to everyone.
Correct.
Then the end shall come. And so all of us, we need to be actively involved in mission
But
work.
where? Do I have to go overseas to become a missionary?
No, not exactly that. You can be a missionary where you are.
I like that.
Brightening the corners where you are.
That's what the song says.
Yes.
So it's important. Yes, Evans.
If I can add to his statement, you can be a missionary where you are. At our local church, we did a campaign at nearby slum called Korogocho. So it is something that we wanted to be missionary there so that we can make an impact to the people of Korogocho. There are people who are less privileged in the society. It's a slum area.
Yeah.
So you can be a missionary and do that.
Then
Yes,
the beauty of being a missionary where you are, there is follow-up, there is reaching out, there is traction. You can gain traction. You're able to be there with the one who you want to grow. If it is at your workplace, at school, even in your neighborhood, when you are a missionary there, you can see you are more. There is more transparency, accountability that can be borrowed.
Yeah. Can we use technology as missionaries?
Sure.
Exactly.
Sure.
Young people have gadgets, smartphones, tablets, but we are not smart when it comes to sharing the gospel of Jesus with our smartphones, with our iPhones, with our Android phones.
Sure. In fact, it is one of the biggest program. I think Boniface here can attest to it, because he has already launched a program within the local area, within the local district, on training young people on how to use technology. In fact, we have been training for the past 1 year and graduating students. It's a program that has helped us. And even it helped us to run around the campaign on GYD, Global Youth Day, that actually brought together a lot of people to that program to be there. So we have that program, and we are empowering them to use technology to preach around the gospel.
We are all familiar with AI,
Yes.
artificial intelligence,
Exactly.
technology, media, and these are the things we need to use. I see you are...
Yes, I'm having just a point to add on what my brother has talked about. This digital training has really equipped our young people with the relevant knowledge, not only for evangelism, but even for their own benefit. Like, we live in a world that the young people need to come out and make their own living. And so we've had young people getting employment opportunities out of such trainings, as well as the young people have also been able to come together to tap in. You know, the young people are very much energetic.
Yeah.
And so if they are left idle, they can easily misuse that energy they have. And so as a church and as a group, we've really tried to tap into such so that that energy is made into a good use.
Time is our enemy. When we're having fun, it just flies away. And now we have to wrap up our program. But Boniface, I wanted to find out from you, as we wrap up, what opportunities can you suggest to our young people they can tap into to be involved in mission? Anything that comes to your mind, opportunities. Just in few words because of time.
I think one of the any opportunity that can be grabbed can only be grabbed when the young person knows the type of gifts that they have. We have programs in our church that help us to do that. I would tell them that being involved in mission work at the local church level, in the different programs, whether it's Pathfinder, Adventurer, Ambassador, Youth, there are so many good programs that are within that if you just involve yourself after knowing your kind of talent, you'll be able to do it. And another thing is we have social media where you can get anything you want, whether good or bad, but you can use it for the good or bad.
I like that.
One thing that I know is that there is no church that can host 8 billion. But through the internet, you can grab so many opportunities that can forward the cause of God.
I like what you said. 7 billion people around the world, maybe going to 8 billion now. How can we do it without the use of social media? It's impossible. Young people, may God bless you as you glean from the experiences of Evans, Boniface, and Wilfred as they shared with you what God is doing through them and for them. When you look at the world, the great revolutionaries of this world were young people. People who brought change into this world were young people. Even in the Church of God, even in the realm of Christianity, God has done a lot through young people. Coming to our church, the Seventh Adventist Church, our pioneers, most of them were young. And that's why we are saying total youth involvement. Young people should be involved in the mission of the church. All the activities we do in Adventist Youth Ministries are about spreading the gospel of Jesus. I hope you will be inspired by those words and by the experiences of our friends here. May God bless you.